The year is 2012. I just started watching seasonal anime. The show I was watching was fun, but the most famous shows was actually another one. Sword Art Online. I swear this is not a Sword Art Online video. Okay, I don't see SAO more or less than what it is, but we all need to accept that it was the most influential anime from the last decade, or at least the start of the trend, Isekai. With the following shows from 2013 being a solid W and making great success not only in Japan but overseas as well, Isekai has become the new hottest trend. Some shows already have explored that theme before, but doesn't matter. It was time for authors ignore the art and the world building aspect and start Isekai OP harem protagonists that can relate to speedrun any percentage. Sometimes with glitches. For real, the amount of isekai getting so saturated in the light novel department, companies are staying away from the same isekai setting, or at least the tropes that makes an isekai a bad one. We already have seen some anime go away from the male teenager protagonist and change that. Mushoku Tensei has a kid who was an ugly bastard in his last life, and Spider Isekai got an introverted girl who now must be proactive. But what about where anime can go? I have some guesses. One thing that got these shows and spreads to others is the RPG element, and I can't see this changing so much. There will be stories without it, but it's something that was a core aspect in some shows. Magic, levels, status, HP and mana. Although I don't enjoy it that much, it won't be disappearing. However, I can see how it can be reinvented. I remember enjoying Goblin Slayer magic system, that you can only use those few times per day, making every single magic count and have its impact in the fight. Unfortunately or not, some shows will continue to have some game aspects, maybe because the gaming industry being one, if not the most valuable industry in the market. The author is a gamer itself, or was inspired by titles that had success with these RPG elements being part of the title. But with that trope out of the way, things look pretty positive. From each season last year, out of the most popular anime, only one was an isekai. The other genres are getting a great rise, maybe because they get to shine with the amount of isekai in each season, making them already unique in their own way. But also when they offer a good premise. Kaguya-sama is up there in my favorite rom-coms of ever. The show offered a different setting for a genre that most thought that couldn't change that much. It also demonstrated how it can focus on other things besides the rom-com aspects. Getting to know Ishigami, his past, and his friendship with Shirogane made me care more about the other side characters. I mean, Chika got the entire internet with that ending, but I'm talking about the ones that were introduced at season 2. But that's enough talking of rom-coms. What more do we have? More isekai. I'm joking. Enough with isekai. I'm planning on doing a video about ReZero already. Next one. I remember that I was a basketball fan in high school, and I was a weeb as well. So Kuroko no Basket was always in my watch list. The more years goes on, the more I grow tired of it, but I remember having a good time with it. Both the show and the sport. Stay healthy, kids. Sports shonen is a type of show that can convey a broad different of topics, because the characters doesn't only matter in their personality, but also in their skill level. Your opponents are not the only threat, but if all your teammates or even yourself are playing the same game and thinking as one, problems are not only stuck to one teammate, but all of them. An inspiration call can also affect another one, which spreads across the team. So many things are possible in a show like this. And when you normalize these characters to a relatable level, these characters that can do incredible feats. You can get us watching a show like a religion. I didn't watch Haikyuu, I'm missing on this one, I know that. If I were not burned out of sports, both in anime and real life, I know that I would have a great time watching this anime, and I suggest everyone giving it a try. Shonen Battle is as good as ever. Shows like My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Demon Slayer showed us how a great shonen can be not only enjoyable, but touching. Shonen battle anime usually takes a setting in a fantasy of some sort. If that is to save your little sister from a demon or fighting meaning in death. This show touches in a variety of topics and making us learn something new from now and then. Yes, we have cool fights, but it's not usually about the fights, but what they mean for the fighters. I will not extend too much on this to not cover some shows that I pretend to talk about, but the genre never was so strong as now. Demon Slayer broke records of selling its manga, and Jujutsu Kaisen not much far from it, and honestly, this kinda scares me. Remember, SAO influenced a lot of shows to be like it, but these shows just got these tropes and made them not focus on what it matters. I hope that if a show that are to come, inspired by Demon Slayer or whatever else, can be as good if not better than the original show. However, there's also a chance that we can get in the future generic clones of a teenager who gets transported to another world where he now must kill demons with his little sister. There is also a demon with his harem of demon slayer girls, just like the generic clones of Isekai that we got now. With all the touching and heartbreaking scenes and the aspects that make Demon Slayer as great as it is. But this only time will tell. For now, let's enjoy that we can have great shows at our reach and another great gems worth to watch coming soon. And hope that these times never leave us.